dear friends, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome again to Factor TV Education Time. As usual, with you, I'm Abid Khan Shuvo. I hope all of you are having a wonderful time with your friends and family. Don't worry, today we have a lesson to carry on, and the lesson is on IELTs. As I promised, I will cover several sections of IELTs in individual session. Today, we will look at the speaking module. Speaking is one of the 4 modules of IELTS where you need to perform equally well with other modules. So today we would know about speaking module. The total time allocated for speaking module is 11 to 14 minutes. That means this is a very short time and you need to cope up successfully during 11 to 14 minutes to prove your oath as a successful speaker so that your examiner can allow you a good band score. And if you perform well in speaking module, it will add an extra advantage for you to your overall IELTS score. So let's have a look to the speaking module. The speaking module is divided into 3 sections. In the first section, it would be very common questions known as introductory part. That means the examiner will ask you some basic questions about yourself, your family, your country, your religion, your culture, your job, and overall everything. That indicates the questions which are coming in part 1 are almost known to you. The only thing you need to do is that to be smart enough to cope up these questions very simply. But dear friends, one thing I must tell you before disclosing the rest of the part, that is the marking criteria of speaking module. That means in IELTS speaking, you will not be marked on the basis of your height, of your weight, or your speaking or skin color. Rather, there are some criteria on which you will be marked, you will be judged by your examiner. There are 4 criteria for your IELTS speaking module. The first criteria is lexical resource. So the term lexical resource indicate how rich is your vocabulary. Are you capable of applying smart vocabularies in your speaking? Are you smart enough to bring some variation with some smart vocabularies in your ordinary speech? If you can do so, you are smart enough to do well in the exam. The second part is that grammatical range and accuracy. Though this is not a writing part, still you need to maintain a good grammatical rules and accuracy because your sentences must be formed according to your grammar, proper grammatical rules. If you fail to ensure the proper grammatical rules in your speaking module, the examiner will not be impressed at all, and ultimately it will result on a very poor band score for you. The third criteria is that your pronunciation, because in speaking the only thing the examiner will listen to or will follow is your speaking, your pronunciation, because you are not writing, you are not doing something else, rather you are only speaking and your pronunciation is hitting directly on the ear of the examiner. So your pronunciation must be up to the mark. So up to the mark means you do not need to pronounce like the foreigners because you are not from some other English language countries, but still you need to make sure that your pronunciation is free from all sorts of local accents and some wrong pronunciation. And if you are smart enough, you can pronounce rightly, but do not need to copy the foreigners. Rather, be natural, be yourself and speak without applying, without bringing any local accent. That's all, and that will click for the speaking module. The last but not the least part is that your coherence and your fluency. Because while you speak, the examiner will try to judge how fluent you are as an English speaker. If you cannot speak fluently, the examiner will not be impressed at all. But if you can endure some fluency, that means you do not need to speak too fast. Rather, do not take long breaks and be natural with your speech. If you take long breaks, long pauses, it will indicate you are not smart enough, you are not fluent enough to speak in English. But if you can endure your natural speed, natural fluency, it will be all to impress the examiner. And another part is that, as I told, coherence. Coherence means how smart you are to answer the question asked by the examiner. That means keeping a match with the requirement and your answer. For example, if examiner asks you about your country and if you answer about your family, there is no coherence between the question and answer. If you answer about your country, the coherence will be ensured and you will be marked, you will be judged in a very positive manner by the examiner. So these 4 criteria will click at the end of the day to bring a good IELTS score for you. So let's go back, and I was talking about actually the first part, which is the introductory part. As I already revealed, the question won't be that tough, rather it will be very simple one, and you know the answer of most of the questions. But friend, you need to be smart enough to handle those, because the questions which will be coming on your way may seem easy, but you need to be very technical to answer those. But don't worry, I will come up with individual videos of each and every section of a speaking module. So let's have a look at the second part, or the second section, which is cue card, the heart of IELTS speaking. If you do well in the cue card, your band score will increase automatically. So cue card means you will be given a particular topic. For example, you may ask to talk about your favorite person, and this topic will be backed up by 3 or 4 questions, like who is your favorite person, for how long do you know him, why do you like him, why is he famous in your locality or territory, such kind of questions. You need to answer these questions while answering or responding to the cue card. You will get 1 minute from the examiner to talk on to take preparation for cue card, and you will be allowed 2 minutes to talk on cue card. I will come up with in details about cue card in another video. The last part is the discussion part. It's a bit descriptive here. You need to talk for 4 to 5 minutes. It would be a two-way discussion with your examiner. Examiner will ask you some questions where you need to give explanation, your thoughts, your views about the questions, about the requirement of the questions. So that's all about this speaking module. I do believe I've given you some thoughts, some vibes about the speaking module. Whenever I will come with each and every part of the speaking module, I mean, for introductory part there will be several session, individual session. For cue card there will be another individual session, and it will be same for the discussion module. You will gain in details ideas about IELTS speaking. So that's all for today, and do not forget to subscribe our channel and like our videos, and feel free to post your comments and recommendations. Just thank you very much. Bye bye.